Catfish lessons. Lesson number 1. Learn to get bait. Cat fishermen spend the majority of their time catching bait. All of them. I don't care what type. Again, humility before honor. You know, you got to catch bait before you can catch catfish. Now, what baits do you use? Well, it depends on what you want to do. I mean, I'm catching eating-sized fish. Look at the video on making my black soldier flies, growing black soldier flies. It's all just maggots, man. This is bait just to get bait. That's all this is. So, primary catfish bait of choice is bluegill. Just because I love bluegill fishing. What you need to do is decide on what bait is prevalent in your areas. Shad is good. Skipjack is very good. Bluegill is my preferred because it's so plentiful. It's everywhere. Pretty much anybody can. Some people like suckers, and that's prevalent in some places where you don't have any of the others. Some people, it might be actually smaller catfish like mad toms, things like that. You just need a bait fish. You know, for every catfish trip I make, I will probably go on 2, maybe 3 bluegill trips. Good, it makes for good video for you guys, and it teaches you the basics of how to fish, and it increases your confidence. Fishing requires a lot of confidence. I'm not arrogance, but confidence. You need to be confident that yes, I can in fact get out here and catch some of these fish. Now, even guys who do channel catfishing with punch baits and stuff, a lot of those guys will spend a lot of time making their own baits. Think about Mr. Jones, CJ Jones, or CJ's catfish bait. How long did he spend making his baits? And old lady taught him how to make bait, and look how much time the guy spends making bait. And now he sells it and stuff, and that's how I got my start. I've experimented and dabbled in it there, but catfishermen spend the majority of their time making or procuring bait. Yep, there we go. He had a bite already. Yes. Yeah, he's on there. Wow, he's on. Oh, he was on there. He was on there, and then he came off. Going with a longer. No, that was a catfish on there. Yeah, that was a catfish on there. Haha, talking about catfish, right? Some days I'll catch more channel cat than I will bluegill with these maggots here. So that's just a perspective. You go look at guys like Steve Douglas. Guy, you go look at he's talking about taking whole trips to the Cumberland River to catch just freezer fulls of shad. And it's not any different than, say, fly fishermen. Fly fishermen spend the majority of their time doing what? Tying flies. It's the same thing. There we got a bite there. Yep. There we got a bite. Doesn't take too long. Just not further down, they're up closer here. Oh, come on, tell me got off too. Yeah, me got off. Got him. Hand line 2, cane pole 0. Bait, baby. Again, 4 maggots on a bare hook. And I'm just letting that actually drape across my leg, and I don't even have my hand on it. Hung up. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to pull that in. We probably lost the leader and everything. I think we done found them. They're not in the middle of the current. They're on the shelves. I think some of y'all might call it Gasper goo. I think some of you call it. We call them drum. That's what it is. Drum. That'll make a nice long sliver piece of bait. Yeah, sliver bait or whatever. Let's see. I love the color of his eyes. I need to get some realistic fish looking eyes like that. You know what I'm saying? You seen those realistic fish eyes that you can put on your lures and stuff? That'll be nice bait right there. Motor died. There's no compression in this thing. Oh, that's that. Motor was running fine. It was running like a champ. And then just... The rod's probably come loose from the crankshaft somehow. And we are no more than half a mile from the boat dock. And the wind and the current are pushing us in the right direction, so I guess that's what we'll be doing. We're blowing another motor. This is why I tell everybody, if you're gonna modify these motors, make sure you have a fully functioning backup motor ready to go at a moment's notice. So back to, again, people wanna know, reliability, you're always gonna be better off with a bone stock motor, no modifications. If you want to go maybe stage 1, fine. Put a free-flowing intake and exhaust on it so it'll just, breathe better, easier. Rejet the carburetor, fine. Outside of that, you're just not going to get much reliability with these motors. You've never seen one of my bone stock motors crash. And that's something you gotta know. They're just power generator motors. They're just not. That's the life of hot rodding. You broke, you just break. So the question is if a lot of people ask me about hot rodding these motors all the time, and they want the power, but then they don't want to have to wrench on them. They don't want to have to constantly maintain them. And it's like, well, don't hot rod them. You're gonna have to. That's the reality, all right? Oh, well, I got some orders to get out anyway. An update on the hooks from China. They are ready. I'm sorry, they'll be here Monday. They're actually made it past U.S. customs. They made it out of China, made it past Chinese customs. It's not like something illegal or anything. It's just it has to go through customs, and it's on its way here. Shipping those out maybe Monday, Tuesday, which also means that those of you who've been maybe wanting to pre-order at the cheaper price from my website, the price is going to go up as soon as I receive them, right? And that's going to be Monday. So sometime Monday, the price is going to go up. So if you want the cheaper price, you're going to have to go ahead and get it off the website now before I increase the price. Or you may just want to just wait and order it from Amazon. Some people just rather order from Amazon or something, and I'm going to put them on eBay as well. Now that my motors fail, well, what am I going to do? I can still make videos, and I still got products to sell, right? It's not like I'm out of the water. I just had in my mind that I said, wait a minute, let's just build one of these motors. Just because you put all these good parts in them doesn't mean that the motors won't fail.